This is a kind, compassionate message for everyone who thought that the rapture was going to happen the other day. I'm not going to make fun of you. I'm not going to be mean to you. I just have some experience from my childhood dealing with these kind of disappointments. Just a brief background on me. I was raised in a doomsday cult that was really into date setting. So as a kid, I remember what it was like to think, oh, here it comes, all our problems are going to be solved, and then it doesn't happen. And I think that happened twice while I was a kid. I'm not part of that group anymore, but I've been watching you guys and seeing the excitement, the disappointment, the embarrassment, the depression, the humiliation that you're going through, and I just thought I should jump on here and leave a little message for anyone who this might be for you. Just so you know, I believe in God. I think the rapture is a nice idea. I've looked into it. I don't know what to think about it. I know enough about it to know that the Bible says nobody knows, not even the Son knows the day or the time of the hour. So why would a person get that kind of information if Jesus, Son of God's not allowed to know? I just wanted to let you know, instead of letting this destroy your faith and make you, instead of going from up here and being like, oh my God, it's coming, and then you're going to drop down and be like, I'm not going to talk about God anymore on TikTok, I'm off of social media. So instead of having these highs and lows, you got to learn to moderate yourself. And when these kind of trends sweep through the populace, you have to learn to step back and be an observer and take notice and then think about it, instead of getting swept up and jumping onto social media and sobbing and crying and humiliating yourself in front of everyone you know, and quitting your jobs and selling your cars and passing judgments on people like, you're not good enough to go, so will you take care of my cats because obviously I'm going here, not because you're gay. That's a whole other thing. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about that, but let's just focus on this event. You could look at it as more of like a lesson or a warning, because there's going to be other events in the future that are going to get you excited, build up your hope, and then try to crush your faith, try to crush your hope and expectations of things to come. These kind of events that sweep through and build up all this tension, they can destroy your faith. They can destroy your relationship with God. They can make you completely withdraw, shut down, and you don't want to pray anymore. You're mad at God. You think God hates you. He's not coming down here to fix the problems. We have to learn to, what's that verse? Be as kind as doves, innocent as doves, and wise as serpents. So you have to, and this is really hard, I know, because I've had to do this myself. You have to maintain that innocence and that hopefulness and that relationship with God and the childlike faith of there is something better outside of here. But you also have to learn, like a serpent, to be silent as you maneuver through the jungle out there, and to observe and to be cautious, because these kinds of things can crush you. I know, because I speak from experience, going through that when I was a child. But don't let this destroy your relationship with God. I know you must be feeling things like humiliation, hopelessness. Some of you might be literally thinking about swinging from the end of the rope. Hopefully you don't do that. I know there's a lot of people making fun of you on here. There have been some pretty funny memes made by other Christians. Just take this as a learning moment. That the next time people start speaking for God, telling you God told me something that's not in His Word, if you're a Bible-believing Christian, you need to be more cautious. And your hope and your faith is a treasure you have to guard. Just the same way you would guard, like if you had a box of gold in your house. Look at your faith and your hope as something you need to guard. And you have to be careful what you expose it to, because these kind of things can damage that. I'm not saying not to hope for things or not to believe in the rapture. Part of me thinks it might happen. I don't really know though. The more I looked into it, the less I understood it. Seems like there's something called the harpazo in there. Seems like there's a verse talking about one's here, the one's gone, but it's not very clear. The only thing we know for sure is we're all down here together. We still have to take showers, clean our houses, go to work, take care of our pets, take care of our friends and family. That's the most important thing right now. Is we have today. Be thankful we have this day, even though some of us have a lot of reasons not to be thankful, but that's another struggle. You have to be very careful about being swept up in these exciting movements that happen, because they can hurt you, and they also hurt other people, because the world is watching you. And when you lose your grip on the present and you jump on to TikTok and you're sobbing and crying or making a fool out of yourself, the whole world sees what you're doing. Next time this happens, just sit with it for a while, pray about it, think about it, read the Bible to find out what he said, because I'm sure a lot of you guys might have been very new Christians or very young in your faith, and you might not have known that the Bible clearly said nobody's going to know. I know it's hard, but you can get through this, okay? Maybe take some time off of social media. Cool off a little bit. Get your bearings. But don't let this completely destroy everything you've got going, okay? Just focus on today and what you need to do today. And that's it. Sometimes it feels like the sky is falling. Go outside, take a walk. Let the wind blow through your hair. Look at the animals. Look at the trees. And remember, the sky's not falling. I'm right here. The sun's up. Or the moon's out. Okay? I just want to keep this short. Alright, thanks for listening. I'm not going to be in the comments, so if you guys want to talk to each other, that'd be great. See you later. Bye.